If you spend any time listening to finance creators online, you've probably heard the exact same piece of advice repeated on a loop. Just throw your money into an index fund and forget about it. But why exactly does a hands-off approach work in an environment like this? The conventional wisdom about building wealth tells us that to make serious money, you need an edge. You have to hire a seasoned professional who can carefully analyze the market, pick the winning stocks, and outperform everyone else. That brings us to the concept of a fund. Instead of buying individual stocks all on your own, you pool your money together with thousands of other investors. That massive combined budget is then used to buy a wide variety of assets, and you get to share in the overall results without having to manage the day-to-day operations yourself. The most common version of this is the mutual fund. Here, massive financial institutions employ teams of analysts and professional managers who actively decide exactly which stocks to buy and sell, placing bold bets with that pooled cash to try and beat the market average. But look at this chart showing total investment returns over time. That missing chunk, sliced right off the top, represents the cost of hiring those professionals. Mutual funds typically charge an annual expense ratio between 0.5% and 1.5% just to keep their operations running. This strategy reaches its peak with hedge funds, private investment vehicles designed for wealthy individuals and institutions. These funds have the freedom to use aggressive tactics, like short selling and borrowing money to amplify their trades. To access those strategies, hedge funds run on a system known as the 2 and 20 model, and then that fee structure expands to eat up an additional 20% of any profits the fund actually generates. Decades of market data reveal that the vast majority of these highly compensated active managers consistently fail to outperform the general market over a long time horizon. If the most expensive financial minds on Wall Street cannot reliably predict which companies will win, everyday investors are left needing a lower friction way to grow their money. That is exactly where the index fund comes in. It completely abandons the attempt to predict the future and pick individual winning stocks. Instead, it relies on an index, which is essentially just a scoreboard or a fixed sample group designed to measure a specific section of the overall economy. The most famous example is the S&P 500. This index simply tracks 500 of the largest, most established companies in the United States, giving the heaviest weight to the most massive corporations. There are also sector-specific lists, like the NASDAQ. This index zeroes in on the tech industry, tracking the historical growth of companies that started with early desktop computers and evolved into today's global tech giants. Contrast that with the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This index monitors 30 massive, deeply entrenched corporations to gauge the health of heavy manufacturing and traditional industries. The Dow also tracks everyday consumer staples, ensuring that the index captures a broad, reliable snapshot of the physical goods moving through the American economy every single day. By copying these scoreboards, an index fund becomes a passive investment. There is no human manager guessing what to buy or sell on a Tuesday morning. You are simply trusting the automated math of the index itself. Look at these two fee gauges side by side. By eliminating the team of highly paid analysts, the cost of running the fund drops completely. While an active mutual fund pins the needle around 1.5%, a passive index fund sees its expense ratio plummet all the way down to roughly 0.02%. To put that math in perspective, if you invest $1,000 into an index fund, the automated management system costs you just 20 cents a year to operate. The second advantage is extreme diversification. Because your money is instantly spread across hundreds of different companies, a catastrophic year for one single business won't tank your entire portfolio. But there is a mechanical quirk to this passive system. Unlike individual stocks, traditional index funds completely bypass the chaotic, real-time trading of the open market. They operate on a net asset value, or NAV, pricing model. This means that no matter what time of day you place an order to buy or sell, that trade will only be calculated and processed once per day, right after the market officially closes. Losing that real-time control might sound like a drawback. In reality, this daily cutoff acts as a built-in defense mechanism, physically preventing long-term investors from making impulsive, panic-driven trades when the market gets volatile at noon. This specific combination of near-zero fees and low effort is exactly why famous financial experts consistently recommend index funds as the default wealth-building tool for the average person. If you want that passive tracking, but still want the ability to trade during the day, the financial industry created exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. ETFs are a modern hybrid. They hold a diverse basket of assets, just like an index fund, but they trade exactly like individual stocks. You can buy and sell them throughout the day, often with zero commission fees, just by swiping on a modern app. Ultimately, the investment vehicle you choose comes down to the game you want to play. Hedge funds exist for wealthy risk takers looking for aggressive leverage, and mutual funds remain for those willing to pay a premium because they truly believe in a specific manager's strategy. But for the vast majority of people looking to build long-term wealth, the math remains consistent. By eliminating human guesswork and minimizing fees through an index fund or an ETF, doing less actually yields more.